हरि ओम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. Today, chapter 5, shloka number 25. Labhante brahma nirvanam rishaya kshina kalmashaha chinnadvaidharyatatmanaha sarvabhuta hiterataha. The state of jnanis is being explained. One who finds happiness from within, one who always plays with the Atma, and one who actually knows everything from within. Everything is illuminated for him from within, not through the sense organs. Such a person becomes the Brahman himself. He is the Brahman himself. We saw that yesterday, and in this shloka, Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaha Kshina Kalmashaha Chinnadvaidha Yatatmanaha. The Rishis, the sages, they attain liberation with all their sins destroyed. All sins are destroyed. Chinnadvaidaha, all their doubts are totally cleared. Yatatmanaha, their senses are all totally under control. Sarvabhuta hiterataha, they are so compassionate towards all living beings. They always think about the welfare of all living beings. Actually, the Upanishad says regarding the state of a jnani, or when it actually explains the Brahman, it says Vidhyate hridaya grantihi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Vidhyate hridaya grantihi chidyante sarva samshayaha. When one attains that wisdom, then all doubts are totally destroyed. Kshiyante chasya karmani, all his karmas are destroyed. That's what it is said here. Chinnadvaidha, all his doubts. Everything is clear. There are no more doubts for such a person. Kshina kalmashaha, Yesha Atma Apahata Papma. In so many places, the Upanishad calls the Brahman as one without any sins. So, in that state, here the Jnani's sins are all destroyed, his doubts are all destroyed, and he is totally in control of his senses and compassionate towards all living beings. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam. The sannyasis who are totally free from desire and anger. Again and again, desire and anger. Previously also it was said, one who is able to control the power of that desire and anger till his last breath, he attains liberation. Here again, Kama Krodha Viyuktanam, one who is totally free from desire and anger and who has his mind under control. For him, Abhito Brahma Nirvana. For such a person, liberation is attained here itself. To be liberated doesn't mean after death the person attains some world and he is liberated. No, not after death. Even while he is living, even while he is in the body, he is liberated. Even though he is in the body, he is Brahman. He is always in the state Aham Brahmasmi. He is Brahman. Brahman is everywhere. That Sharira Upadhi actually doesn't exist. He is totally that all-pervading Brahman. And so that liberation exists for him even when he is in the body. Next shloka. Sparshan kritva bahirbahya chakshushchaivantare bhruvoho pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantara charinau yatendriyamano buddhihi munir moksha parayanaha vigatecha bhaya krodho yasada mukta eva saha. In these two shlokas, Dhyana Yoga is explained. How one attains that liberation in Dhyana Yoga. The next chapter, the Lord is going to begin Dhyana Yoga. So, here itself, while completing the 5th chapter, he just says a few words about Dhyana Yoga. Sparshan kritva bahir bahyans chakshus shaiva antare bhruvoho. Shutting out all sound, sight, touch, everything. He doesn't allow anything to affect him. Whatever sound enters through the ears, whatever sights are seen through the eyes, they actually are not grasped by the mind. He doesn't think upon that. Even sometimes somebody is speaking something, but we actually don't grasp the thing properly. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get what you said. I didn't listen properly. My thoughts were somewhere else, we say. So, even though that sound, those words enter our ears, our mind, if it doesn't think upon it, if it doesn't grasp it, then it doesn't enter our mind. Similar. So, we are able to see that even in our own experience. Here, for this Jnani, totally all such sounds, such sights, everything is shut out. They don't enter his mind at all. He totally has no thoughts about them. And then, in such a state, he actually converges his eyes in the middle of his eyebrows and pranapanau samau kritva, he equalizes the inward breath and the outward breath. Yatendriya mano buddhihi, and he has his mind and intelligence and all indriyas totally under his control. Such a person with only liberation as his goal. Digata icha bhaya krodho, totally free from all desires, anger and fear. The Upanishad says, na bibheti kutaschana iti abhayam pratishtha. So, the state of that wisdom, moksha, when you attain, then there is no fear. Yaha sada mutta eva saha. One who is like this is always in the state of moksha. He is liberated. So this is about Dhyana Yoga. We are going to see that in detail later. Here, these two shlokas mention about that. Moksha Parayanaha, his goal must be liberation. By yoga you can attain so many things. Only if you want liberation, you get that. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. And finally, the last shloka of this chapter, the Lord concludes, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam Jnatva mam shantim richati. He concludes, one who knows me attains that ultimate peace. One who knows me. Tvam pashyanapi katham naham mukta ityashanka nirakaranaaya viseshanani. Ukta rupenaiva mama jnanam mukti karanam iti bhavaha. Madhusudana Saraswati in his commentary says, that is, one who knows me will attain the ultimate peace. Then Arjuna now is looking at Krishna. I am looking at you, I know you, Krishna. Why is it that I am not liberated yet? There may arise a doubt. Just knowing Krishna means just knowing him as one's cousin. Krishna is my cousin. Krishna is my friend. Krishna is Dwarakadisha. Krishna is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Like this, knowing certain things doesn't mean you actually know Krishna. How should one know him? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam, as the experiencer of one who enjoys the results of all yajnas and all penance. Because the doer of the yajna is also Brahman, and the Devata for whom the yajna is done, that Devata is also Brahman. And so, in both ways, being the Karta and also as the Devata. Kartru Rupena Devata Rupena cha Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, knowing Krishna as the controller of all worlds, all the 14 worlds are under his control. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, not just that he is Sarvashaktaha, Sarvajnaha. No, not that. He is also the friend, the well-wisher of all living beings. Sarva Praninam Pratyupakara Nirapekshataya Upakarinam. One who helps all living beings without expecting anything in return. Sarva Bhutanam Hridayeshayam. Sarva Karma Phaladhyaksham. Sarva Pratyaya Sakshinam. Mam Narayanam Nyatva Shantim Sarva Samsara Uparatim Richati Prapnoti. Shankara Bhashya. Sarva Bhutanam Hridayeshayam, one who resides in the heart of all living beings. Sarva Karma Phaladhyaksham, one who actually gives the results of the karmas. And one who is the witness to everything. Mam, that me. So one should know Krishna like this. He is the controller of all the 14 worlds. He is the one, Sarva Karma Phalapradaha, Sarveshwaraha, Sarvajnaha, Sarvantaryami. You should actually realize that Krishna is that entity. If Ma Narayanam, Narayanam, Yascha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate shruyate piva antar bahischa tat sarvam vyapya Narayana stitaha. The one who is present everywhere, that Narayana. One who is the ultimate refuge for all living beings. Knowing me that way, Mam Nyatva, knowing me. How Krishna actually proclaims that he is that Supreme Brahman. Shantim Richati. Shantim means Sarva Samsara Uparatim. Freed from this samsara. With that ends this chapter. So the 5th chapter ends with one who understands the Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Mam Shantim Richati. So, we'll stop with this for today. Tomorrow we'll be entering the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Hari Om.